Yeah, welcome everybody back to the Flying Doghouse. I hope everybody is keeping well. We are in Antarctica. We are going to take a look today at some payware scenery that's available over on Simmarket for €6.99. And it's Little America Antarctica, 1929. This was created by Dead Reckoning Simulations, and they were kind enough to send me a free of charge copy of the scenery. So we're going to give it a look. We're going to give it an honest take, and we're going to talk about whether or not we think it's Simworthy for €6.99. So we'll have a look here. Look at the texturing on this building and the signage. And we've got penguin sounds. As we make our way through, we'll hear dogs barking. What's up, penguins? Lots of different textures in terms of the scatter, and we have animals wandering around it about. There is a animated dog sled team that you might see moving around on the snow, which I thought was just an incredibly charming touch. All right, so we've got folks yucking it up here in the shelter. It's like a cold place to sit for the afternoon, but there you have it. So there are a number of different tunnels and passageways that are modeled here. We'll make our way across in our modern day flight uniform. We should have on a fur coat. Make our way over here to the main part of the base. You'll notice these blue books scattered in and around, so I encourage you to go do some exploring and then learn more about some of the history of this place, which I think is another a charming touch, right? So very, very cool. So look at that. This embankment here. Say hello to some more penguins. Make our way around the building. Like there's some roof repair going on here. Don't want a hole in the roof, that's for sure. All right, we'll make our way around here, and we'll make our way into one of the tunnels. That gives you some protective passage. But all of the so there's a lot of scatter located in the scenery for sure. So I mentioned that virtual library system, those blue books, right? So QR codes to be able to scan to get some information, and then you get the main base, which is what we're on right now, and it does have its own ICAO code. And then there are a series of 8 fuel depots that are scattered in and around. And they're mainly there for, historical recreation of some missions that are also outlined in the documentation that you can take part in, which I think is really cool. And I think the environmental sounds are also very, very well done with the wind and such. And you've already heard the penguins. I don't know if we've encountered a barking dog yet, but we will. Also, there is support for little nav map kind of baked into this as well, so you can use that for navigational purposes as you explore the South Pole. And all of the stuff is custom done, which is very, very cool. All right, so we made our way over here. Let's see what else we got. Look at the texturing. It's just very, very well done. Got more oak buckets and a couple other structures over here. Oh, here we go with the dog sled team making their way about. So I told you, and that you'll see that in several different places. So again, they have done a very good job of making this quite immersive. So Give them a thumbs up for that for sure. And we'll make our way over here. I believe this is one of the buildings that has a dog. Yeah, you can hear it woofing. So there is a mission member down here with talking to a penguin, I believe. Yep, and the dog is over there woofing. Because that's what you want a dog to do, right? Dog's gonna woof. Alright, we'll make our way. So I think this is just absolutely charming. So those optional explorative missions are a good way to engage in the environment and test out some piloting skills, right? I'm going to assume ADF. That would be about it, I think, for this particular time period. All right, we're making our way back over to the aircraft. I just think this is great fun. The amount of stuff that's available to you over on the ground, I think, is just incredible. So one of the things that I did with one of the first sceneries that we did for Two Dogs Designs was RAF Debden, right? And at that point in time, we really weren't doing much in terms of our own custom stuff. But we spent a lot of time making the village and the airfield and the hangars and all of the structures and the scatter really to make a difference. And I think Dead Reckoning Simulations has done the same thing here, right? So one of the things I wanted to make sure of was my graphic settings were spot on and working here before I did the video. I was having some issues with the video driver, so I've just done an update. And the level of detail issues that I was seeing out of the scenery is now not here. So it's very, very well done. And look at the texturing on this tent. I just think that is absolutely cool. It's very, very well done. All right, so let's we'll make our way back over to our aircraft here. And again, a reminder about those books. They're scattered all over the place. I believe this is the first payware scenery that Dead Reckoning has released. I think I remember the developer mentioning that, you know, this project started out as a labor of love, right? To build something really cool and historically significant too. So if you're into history, then this is a win. If you're into Admiral Byrd history, there's a double win. And I think it just adds so much in terms of immersion here. So it's just quite well done. So do we think it's Simworthy? Yeah, absolutely. But I pay €6.99 for it. Again, absolutely. I really haven't found really anything to fuss over in terms of presentation here. I mean, I think some of the animation things are charming. There's a whale that pops through the ice on occasion here as well. So I'll leave that for you to discover on your own. Let's switch over into the browser here real quick. I can get that right this time. Okay, so at any rate, so this is the page for purchase over on Simmarket, again at €6.99. There's some description. We did a trailer video as well, and then some screenshots too, right? So, and we can look at some of those. There's our friend talking to the penguin. Oh, there's some penguins and a whale, and then a good shot of the sunshine and the base. So at any rate, there you go. There you have it. This is Little America Antarctica, 1929, from Dead Reckoning Simulations. Definitely Simworthy. Simworthy for sure. All right, I'm going to leave it here. If you haven't already done so, please like and subscribe. We'd love to have you as a channel member. We are constantly adding new content. But this one's a little bit different. But I thought that, this particular scenery warranted its own video. So, and we've only scratched the surface. So, only covered part. But hopefully we've covered enough of it to encourage you to go pick this up and add this to your collection of payware scenery. It's quite delightful. All right, so I'm going to leave it here. I hope everybody is keeping well. And as always, cheers, y'all.